Welcome back, everyone, to the Builders Bench podcast, brought to you by Seabuilt. We have a great guest, Mark from Rexel, electrical wholesaling company, Australia-wide, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Mark, you want to tell me a little bit more about your job description, mate?
Yes, I'm the Regional General Manager for Rexel for Victoria and Tasmania. Been working for Rexel now for 12 years. Played in a number of different roles across a few different states. I've been in Victoria, Tasmania, South Australia, Northern Territory. My job description sort of really is coaching and mentoring our managers to grow their businesses, to be honest. That's what it really is every day. We have a number of staff here in Victoria and Tasmania, probably running 120, 130 staff across the two states. But I think for me, really, the big thing is to try and talk about how I actually got into electrical wholesaling, and it's sort of quite a journey. But I'm an electrician by trade, and started my trade out as an apprentice electrician and did my time in the electrical industry. And then took the opportunity to, move to another company more in the industrial space of electrical day-to-day business. And from there, at the age of 24, I took the opportunity to sell my first house that I'd bought and thought, I want to do something different, but I also had a dream of mine to own my own home by the time I was 30, and I wasn't going to do that maybe working for somebody else, and I wanted to understand what it was like to get out there and actually have a crack and have a go myself, and I actually bought a newsagent.
Ah, you said that, yeah.
So
what was that like?
Absolutely one of the toughest gigs, I think, for any 24-year-old at the time. Yep. I used to start most mornings 2:30, 3:30 every morning. The shop didn't close till 8:30 at night.
It's tough.
Lived behind it. But it was all about that short-term thing for a long-term gain and trying to set myself up with my life and what I wanted. And, I was able to achieve that dream and own my first home by the time I was 30. So,
good on you.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, tell me a little bit more about the Rexel. When did the company start? How long's the company been operating for?
So Rexel originally started out with a company called GEC, GEC General Electrical Company. That's where it started. Started back in actually 1882 in Sydney is where GEC originated from.
Right.
Obviously Rexel come into last century, basically come in and bought out GEC and have obviously taken it over. Rexel is a global company, right. So worldwide. So we've got we employ 26,000 people worldwide.
Right.
We're in 49 distribution centres. We've got 1,900 branches around the world.
Wow. So it originally started in Sydney. Is that right?
So Rexel is a French company, but the actual company that Rexel bought, which was GEC, they bought in late last century basically, and that's when Rexel come into taking over. But so basically, really, GEC and Rexel have been in the Australian electrical wholesaling industry for over 100 years.
There you go. So where can we actually find the stores?
Definitely. There's stores all spotted around here in every state. We're 127 branches here in Australia.
Yep.
From a Victorian perspective, just sort of based out, whether it be from Moorabbin to Brooklyn, to Geelong, to Warragul. We sort of cover the whole state in different areas, like Albury, Shepparton, Bendigo, those sorts of places.
Well, definitely, this is one of the things, any electricians, builders, listen up with this one.
Yeah.
I forgot to say, because that's exactly what you need. You need the convenience of a shop and a good wholesaler and good reps to be able to bring get the supplies on the spot. Basically,
100%, and that's the good part for us. We're employing 1,300 people here in Australia. Our head office is based in Sydney.
Yep.
Obviously strategically located branches. Best place to find it is probably go to the Rexel website and just go on the store locator to find the nearest store to you.
Beautiful. So for a builder like me, electrical was pretty simple 10, 15 years ago. Switches, lights, PowerPoint, spotlights. That was just about it, really. Mm-hmm. As the home automation side of things evolves and AI evolves, how is Rexel adapting to those changes and keeping up with all of that? Because I will say, we put in home automation at this stage. I've got it in my own home.
Yep.
I use it all the time. And I was just saying, just as a day-to-day thing, it's just becomes normal.
Yep.
Lights go on at the same time. Lights go off at a, lights go on at a certain time. You can change that time.
Yep.
Lights go off at a certain time. It's literally one of those things that nowadays the kids are adapting to that, and they don't know anything different.
Yeah.
They probably expect on every home that lights, automation or whatever goes on automatically. I can get on the phone and I could get on the app and turn on and off a light or whatever it may be. So, but when I was building my home, I was sort of umming and ahhing on home automation. Do I make that step? Is it a gimmick? What complications are you going to have on the other end? No, I don't regret it, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And I encourage it on all of our builds, or whoever wants to look into it. Yeah. But how is Rexel adapting to all that? Is the pricing starting, because I'm not going to say it's cheap, is the pricing starting to come somewhat affordable?
Well, 100%, and I think it's really about what the individual homeowner is looking for to their budget as well, to be honest. I think a big thing is we can get caught up on price, but it's really about what you want to do and what you want to achieve in your home. So from a Rexel perspective, we're constantly ever evolving, and I think that's the good part about being owned by a French company. They're obviously the Europeans and the Americans are always ahead of us, so we've got the category managers and stuff in France that are delivering stuff down to us to keep us front and centre here, and we put a lot of time and effort into our innovation training with our staff and taking our staff on the journey to be able to upsell that, and setting up showrooms in our branches. I've got a branch out at Moorabbin where we actually have got a lot of automation in there, so just to actually show people how it works, so the consumer, the builder, whoever wants to know, and then we've got display boards that go with it, and this switches this and this does that.
Well, that's good, because I think that there's not enough of that for as a builder.
Yeah.
Because I think what it is people just think that it's a normal switch. A switch is a switch. What else do I need? It draws power, But I think there's more to it. Like I was saying with my automation on my app, I can actually look at my electricity usage, and you try and limit that, which isn't at the moment. It's not reflecting on the bills. I don't know why, but that's my next thing. I'm considering solar panels and stuff like that. We'll get into that, and we'll get into the storage component too, because I think that's the biggest thing that is evolving. And I think, as you said off air, it was the government incentive to that as well. But I think it's one of those things that now that Google Home and Siri is becoming pretty much a part of everyone's, I would say, 50, 60, maybe 70% of people have a Google Home in their house just sitting there. Now, whether that's controlling lights or not, it's still a part of your home. And that's what's making the biggest change in the few more years leading into this. So what types of sort of, how can you upgrade this to a potential client? Like if someone comes in, like a client of ours interested in building, how can you upgrade or upsell, and sell your product and go and convince them to go the home automation way? Like what is the biggest thing?
I think is having the subject matter expert in store that can actually take them on the journey for what they're looking for. It's really critical, because the average person thinks they know what they want, but they don't really know what they want. So we've actually got to demonstrate that and showcase that. And we're lucky enough, obviously from a Rexel perspective, because we are in the wholesale game, we have a lot of partner suppliers that we can work with that have display rooms, and we can partner with them and take people into there and show them. And I think it's more around the generation coming through that are buying homes right now are the ones that are really going to step this whole automation piece up. And I think we're constantly preparing ourselves to be ready for them to give them that. But I think the only way to showcase it is showcase it sort of in-house, so you can demonstrate some of this stuff, because it is a little bit confusing for people, to be honest. They're like, what do you want? Do you want your lights to come on? Do you want this to come on? Oh no, I want to do this, but I want to, I don't want a big power bill, so I want solar. And how does everything intertwine? And that's our job, and my salespeople's job, and our technical experts to assist with that. Yeah, for sure.
And so in terms of, okay, so someone's got a home, 15, 20 years old.
Yep.
They want to have some automation.
Yep.
They might find that and I know there's some things that, I'm not going to say the name, but there's some suppliers out there that sort of promote, home automation, but that's not proper home automation.
Correct.
How can you retrofit an automation system to someone's home? You can actually do that, and I know you can. It may not be, what you'd get if it was, roughed in, brand new from the start, but it can almost be as good as that, and I think the technology is certainly getting and changing and getting better for that.
100%. It can work in renovations and all that sort of stuff now. A lot of the stuff too, there's so much wireless stuff out there that you don't need to run wires now. So in a refit or a renovation, actually, you can actually probably do just as good as what you can in a new build by just using wireless equipment and stuff like that.
Because I've done the Legrand, I can mention the name.
Legrand.
Legrand.
Yeah.
Well, I actually signed a Legrand, so thanks Legrand.
Exactly, yeah.
And they actually hooked me up with Netatmo.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Netatmo? That's how I say it anyway.
That's a really good home automation.
And it is good.
Yeah.
It updates by itself. If there's, and it shows the electricity usage.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So I'm absolutely all for it. Now, the Vic government banned gas connections in 2024, and we were all scratching our head, going, "How is this all going to work?" Now, I think they've actually reversed on that. I don't know. I'm not completely up to date with that.
Yep.
I just saw a snip saying that we found out that we can't actually do this and achieve it. So. Regardless of that, I think a lot of homes are just going electrical. So they're doing their induction cooktops.
Yep.
They're not really getting gas involved. They're not doing gas heaters. Yep. There's a lot of incentives out there and rebates to change your gas heater or gas hot water system to your electric hot water system. The EV car points as well.
Yeah.
We actually haven't done one in a new build yet. We actually did explore it. Yeah. And solar panels is becoming such a big thing too. So how has there been any improvement? And I think you were mentioning batteries and storage, because that's the thing, battery and storage. Yeah. Like you don't want it just to go on the grid or, go back to the grid, or you would say. Yeah. And to be honest, I haven't got solar on my house, but I'm thinking about it. Yeah. And I'm just umming and ahhing on, I need a good battery storage, so then it can benefit my pool equipment and stuff like that. So you did mention off air, there is something that Rexel's got their hands on.
Yeah, definitely. There's obviously the government incentive on batteries at the moment, which started the 1st of July, which will really hit the market pretty hard. There was a lot of stuff going on pre 1st of July when the government said it was coming in. The guys were able to put the batteries there, just weren't able to connect them up until after the 1st of July to be able to grab the rebate and stuff like that. But for the consumer, it's really important now. If you've got the solar panels on, you definitely probably really got to go to battery as well now to start to store that. And then there's these other components that you can then divert your storage from your battery, that you might want it to go to your pool pump, or you might want it to go to your heat pump for your hot water and things like that. And you've got diversions and different things you can really use all that stuff for. So probably the big one though that you did talk about is EV chargers and the EV industry. And for me at the moment, I was probably one of those people that EV, it's not that big. It's not going anywhere. This was probably 12 months ago.
They're encouraging it.
Yeah, out of our Moorabbin branch, we actually really jumped on board the EV, and I put a heap of EV chargers off the shelf for a heap of guys that were starting to install EVs, and we're moving.
Do you think? I mean, the government's plan was you produce the power from the sun. Yeah. The sun will charge your EV, but your EV car. 12 months ago, 24 months ago, I would have gone, get out of here. Yeah, like today, it's not even sunny. Yeah. But how are these things changing? And is that? Do you seem to think, or does Rexel seem to think that that's going to be possible?
100%. Yeah, it's coming, and you might as well get on board with it now. To be totally honest, I think even with the EV cars, there's more and more coming. There's more and more on the road every time you drive around. I think it'll get to the point, and if it's not fully having to happen yet, but you'll have to put an actual point in, or at least have it wired to the garage ready for the EV charger in every home. Like, it'll come a standard thing.
Can you retrofit one?
Yeah, you can retrofit. Yeah, absolutely.
Straight to the subboard.
Yep, correct.
And then
all retrofit. But
what's the ampage?
Oh, they range from different kilowatt ratings and different sizes and different ways
and
they work.
Is it car specific, or is it sort of?
No. So it's not car specific. It's more the EV charger unit, just to support what that car needs. The challenge we've got is, like, Tesla bring out a car and they say you need the Tesla charger or you need this charger or whatever. They're all just trying to upsell their own stuff.
There's no like generic charging point, is there?
No, not really. There's all different brand names. Yeah. So we use My Energy, which is their Zappy unit, which is going really well. Schneider do a fantastic EV charger as well, to be honest. So the problem is it's a bit like we go back a few years ago. It's a bit like downlights. The downlights first come out, now everybody's got a downlight.
Well, like as I said, that was one of the questions too. Like we did touch bases on that. We're always behind USA and Europe. So, and I remember I went to the last trip to the US was 2016. They were a lot of them, Teslas were around. Yeah. And you just couldn't believe how many electric cars were around. That was 10 years. No. Yeah, 10 years ago. Yeah. Almost 10 years ago. But how are you guys staying sort of up to date and in tune with what's happening elsewhere? Because, I mean, really, we'd like to not be so far behind.
Yeah, correct.
And we really got to keep up to date, because the more we actually stay behind, the less in tune we are with how quickly AI is evolving, and you get caught out. And I think we've actually realised that over the last few years.
Yeah. So we're very big on the renewable sector. In our business, and really connecting with our guys from France and what's going on with the Americans. Like our category team and that are talking to those guys all the time. But even from us as a state, we've got a renewables expert in every state that can go and support the customer base as well, and support the contractor as well. It's a really big part of ours. Like even with these batteries, it is quite confusing. People don't really know, so you've got to have a subject matter expert that can assist, whether it's my salespeople out on the road or whatever, to be able to actually go out there and sell that. But we're really big, even probably to our customer base, from a electrical contractor base, to keep them up with innovation. So we actually run in every state a couple every year, and I'll run one over here. We call it a VTK. It's called a value through knowledge. We have a lot of, builders would have that as well, where you do trade shows. Well, we don't actually call it a trade show now. It's a value through knowledge, about come and learn about innovation, what's going on, what's coming, what's going to land here in the next, few years. We have our lighting suppliers there. We have our energy suppliers there. And that's how we're really trying to market that. But the reality is for us to take that to our customer, we actually have to educate our people first. So that we are educated. So, we do a lot of training online for our staff in the branches. We've got our own training program and really train them up. And
no trips overseas, or?
I've been lucky enough.
Come on, Rexel.
Actually done a few.
You
have?
Be
honest, yeah. So I've been lucky enough. I did an advanced leadership program with Rexel, and got to go to head office in Paris. So that was awesome. So
good. Yeah. So as a builder, I think we touched bases on it. But as a builder, if I had a client, I wanted them to explore the home automation types of things. I said, Rexel, can you help me out on this build? This is going to be a pretty complex build. There's going to be a lot involved with it. How can I get in touch? Like, what's the best way of getting in touch with Rexel? How easy is that going to be to be able to, as you said, take them to a showroom, showcase what what you can provide for them, whether it's Clipsal or whether it's Legrand or whatever it is.
We've got our territory sales team, which are our reps out on the road. Definitely can connect them up with the individual and coordinate all that. We've got the branch managers at the branches. The branch staff will support with that. It's really just contacting your local branch. Get in there, ask for the branch manager, explain what you're after, and we'll take you on the journey. You know what I mean, to be totally honest.
Yeah, beautiful. So as you said, in Vic you have a few stores in Vic. Where's the closest to here? We're in We're in Slices Doreen, by the way.
Yeah, Slices Doreen. Where would we be the closest here?
Ferntree Galley.
Yeah. So we've got Knoxfield,
Knoxfield, there you
we've
go.
got Nuttawading, Fairfield, Thomastown.
Yep.
So they're all
Oh,
areas.
Tomo.
Tomo's pretty
Yeah.
close to here too. Yeah. So,
Tomo's, Tomo's probably the closest.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the background of Rexel, you're inviting. So what's the culture like at Rexel?
Yeah, absolutely amazing culture. We're led by a fantastic MD that's been with the business now for 10 plus years. A great support team at our Sydney head office in North Ryde. But yeah, down to myself leading the states and the regional managers managing the branches, and it's all about our people. That's what I come to work for every day, is to engage people to develop their talents and really actually take them on the journey and give people the opportunity for a career. We've got a lot of long-standing. We just recently this week actually had a guy in New South Wales clock up 40 years with Rexel. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And just in the one area in New South Wales and all that sort of stuff. We've got a lot of long-term staff. But yeah, it's all about our people and the culture. But yeah, that then building that culture with our people is then sort of to take off to our customer. What our customers expect is what we expect of our people, and really building and leaning in on our culture to take the customer.
That's the
on
thing.
the
You've
journey.
got to. I mean, if I'm going to direct you to, direct a client to you, I want to make sure they're in safe hands and
100%.
they're not going to get treated. Make sure there's coffees on the table and.
For sure. No, mate. There wouldn't be too many branches you don't walk in that ain't got a coffee machine ready to go.
good.
To be honest. So
Nice
for
one.
sure.
Well, Mark, thank you very much, mate. Hobbies. What do you do?
Oh, for me, right now, actually, to be totally honest, I've probably got to an age in my life where the biggest hobby I've got is walking. So
Nice one.
I raise out of bed at 5 every morning and do an 8K walk before I go to
good on
work,
ya.
and trying to do a few. I've done a couple of half marathons, so up to 25Ks at a time now. So really challenging myself
good on ya.
that. So,
Footy team?
Richmond.
Okay.
Been living the dream for a while, but absolutely happy to just have a couple of restful years.
I
and
knew
just-
Uze should have stayed in Melbourne. No, he's all right. He's doing all right. He's doing all right. They're a young team. They're building.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for coming in, Mark. Can you just let the viewers know where to find you guys? And I've heard that you're actually focusing on the digital side of things too. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So definitely, to find us, just go to our Rexel website. You'll definitely get everything you need to know there. There's a login page where you can log in and put a note, and someone will contact you from that. We obviously run our Rexel app, so download our app and you can get all the details. That'll find you a quicker store locator and everything like that. So download the Rexel app. We're very heavily, on our digital sales. Definitely something we're driving in our business.
So tell us a little bit about the app briefly.
Yeah, so the app's basically got everything on it. We've probably got, I couldn't even tell you how many thousands of products that are on the app as well.
Yep.
But then also with that too, you can look up a product, you can download a data sheet.
And you can purchase products off the app?
You can purchase products on the app. You can have obviously your trade account links to the app. So really just about efficiencies for people to actually buy online at night and the order comes through. One of the things sort of coming off the app that we've really recently done here in Victoria is one of the things to probably differentiate ourselves from our competitors is really focused on, I've been really focusing on and trying to work out how do I deliver to the end user better. So we've actually created a delivery promise. So if you order by 9, you'll have it the same day. If you order by 3 p.m, you'll have it by 9:30 the next morning. And I've got a click and collect promise in every branch that you'll receive within 1 hour.
Awesome.
And being able to showcase that to a customer and give them that opportunity. But yeah, guys, especially now, because they are so more technical savvy, a lot of guys, probably like yourself, you get to that point where you go, I've got no more time left in the day. At night, I'm jumping on the computer, bang an order through, and it's on our printer the next morning.
Being on an app
Yep.
is just useful.
Off your
handy.
phone, you've got it off your phone. You can do it on a desktop. You can do it however suits you. But yeah, basically what I've got a lot of customers now that actually use the app as their order book, and they just start adding. Oh shit! I just ran out of screws. Just ran out of PowerPoints. Box of them. But they might not send it through for 3 days. But it's just to fill the van back up.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
Thank you very much, Mark.
No,
thanks again.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks again to the viewers for watching and staying in tune. Just make sure you click subscribe and follow us on socials.